Inside Ambition. I'm Alexandra George, and today I'm talking to Caitlyn Christopher. She's here to share her COVID story and how she's using her time to help a local homeless shelter. Hi, Caitlyn, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about the project that you're working on?
Absolutely. So I started doing this project through my church, the Lincoln Park United Methodist Church in Reading, Pennsylvania. I actually got a pamphlet in the mail from a place called New Journey Community Outreach, which is also in Reading, and they are a homeless shelter there. So I thought it would be an amazing idea to get my church family involved in pre-packing lunch bags and delivering them to this homeless shelter in Reading.
That's really awesome. So this is a project that was started by you, correct?
Yes.
So where did you get
Yes.
the inspiration? Why did you think lunches would be a good idea?
So during this COVID outbreak, it is so difficult for people to get the meals that they need on a daily basis. And I thought the least that we could do right now is get together a group of people who are willing to help out these individuals in need. And food isn't in such high of a demand right now. So I thought it would be really great to reach out to these people and give them something that they need.
Yeah, for sure. Could you talk about the logistics of this project? How much time it takes out of your week, where the food comes from, how it gets from point A to point B?
Yes. So we spend every week doing things for this project. We start usually on a Monday. We go to a Sam's Club and we purchase all of the necessary food items that we need for that week. And we bring it all back to my house. We have 6 people doing 50 lunch bags at my church. So we put all of the necessary things together and we distribute them to the church. They pack the things there. And then at my house, we do the sandwiches here. So we get all the meat, all the bread, and we put them together on a Thursday night. And we take all of the lunches and all of the sandwiches to New Journey on Friday morning so that they have them for the day. And then we restart the next week. And it takes up a lot of our time. But it's really nice to have the time to do this since we're all home right now. And yeah, it's a good thing. So.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like a lot of us, we were talking about this a little bit before we started the interview, but I feel like a lot of us are stuck at home right now and on co-op in class, not on co-op, and just strapped for what to do with our time. So I think it's really great that you're doing something positive with it. How are you managing that? Because you are on co-op, you do have a job. How are you managing all of it together?
So my co-op right now, I would be working in a cancer research lab in Philly. However, that has been kind of moved online. So right now I only have 2 or 3 meetings a week online. So I am able to coordinate my schedule with my boss and my coworkers to make this possible. And it's pretty easy too. A lot of my church congregation is older folks, so they aren't really working. So it makes it easier for me to coordinate with them as well. And I have my family here too. So with co-op, it's not been too much of a hassle. Definitely if I was in Philly, this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that I can be home and I am utilizing my time for something so helpful for my community.
How do you think, what's going to happen to this project when you do eventually return to Philly? Do you have a hope to somehow leave a legacy behind you?
Absolutely. So we have actually done work with New Journey in the past, but that was really just my church as a whole coming together and volunteering there. And there's never really been a specific person who has organized something as big as this for New Journey from my church specifically. So I am expected to go back at the end of June, beginning of July, and we are planning to do these lunches through the full month of June. And my hope is that the people who are currently helping my congregation, I hope that they will continue to do this throughout the pandemic. And I'm sure in the future we will continue to help with whatever they need at New Journey since they're really close and we've always pretty much been affiliated. But I do hope that they can continue this when I'm not here.
Yeah, for sure. relationship wise, is there a single contact that you've been focusing with at New Journey, or is it kind of like you just drop the stuff off and you go, or do you spend some time talking to the folks there? How are you building relationships with that community?
So I've really been in touch with one person. Her name's Denise, and she is in charge of all of New Journey. It is really tough to get there and have a conversation because she's always in such a rush trying to get the lunches ready for everyone. And we get there actually really early, like 10 o'clock, and they start serving at 11:30, and there's already people lined up outside waiting for lunches. So by the time we get there, we really just have to drop off and we go so that she can get everything that she needs to done. But she's been so helpful and she is so great. And they are also so thankful for what we're doing right now. And I would love to spend more time with her, but they can only have a few people in there at a time with the social distancing and everything going on with that. So we really just drop everything off and we head back home and start doing everything again for the next week.
For any students that might be watching that have a lot of time on their hands and are looking to help their communities in a similar way to yourself, how would you suggest going about starting something like this?
So I would say if you know of a community in your area that is in dire need, I would say if it's just you and you have your family with you, maybe get some friends, whoever is there with you, definitely take an initiative and get out there and help your community. This is such a hard time for people right now, and having everyone chip in and do even a little something. It doesn't even have to be as great as what we're doing with my church. It could just be, donating masks or waters or whatever. Will be so helpful. I know that everywhere, every place could use something, and definitely take an initiative. It's great for building relationships, for future things. I think it's a really great opportunity right now since a lot of people are home as well, and it can really spark a lot of great things for our future.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hope that you inspire some people who are watching this. I know you inspired me. I feel like I should be getting out there in my community right now.
Great. I hope so.
So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, Caitlyn, and share your story. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe and you follow our Instagram at inside_ambition to stay up to date with all of our content.